What's it like to be selling the most expensive cars in the world? Well, we got an inside sneak peek at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance and Monterey Car Week, and my favorite, the auctions, are the biggest highlights of the summer car events. The concentration of car-obsessed rich people at Pebble Beach showing, buying, and selling some of the most rare and special vehicles in the world sets the mark for collector car prices and showcases the best of the best cars in the world. The Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, held every year in August on the golf course of the Pebble Beach Resort on the Monterey Peninsula in Northern California, attracts the top-tier car collectors from around the globe. These people gather here to display, talk cars, and show off their irreplaceable vintage automobiles, many which have never left the original family owners. For me, the auctions are the highlight of the week-long event. The Monterey Car Week auctions conclude Saturday with the second highest total in Car Week history. The 1,200 plus vehicles and 150 plus $1 million vehicles offered across 5 auctions resulted in a total sales of $396.7 million and a sell-through rate of 68%, which means 68% of those vehicles were sold. The others will go on to be sold at other auctions or in other private events. The cooling market we've observed for the past 15 months finally has reached the Monterey auctions after having little impact last year. This is based on the economy and what's going on around the world. Hagerty Automotive Intelligence is hearing of several factors stemming from the first season of Monterey auctions in a full inflationary environment, namely on increased discipline at the higher end of the market, which means expensive cars are not necessarily selling as quickly as they did, and the weakening demand from new collectors, which certainly has deterred people from investing in anything, and higher prices that have given pause to buyers at the upper end of the market. The top of the market has proven resilient until recently, as Ferrari prototype race cars from the 60s have begun to slow. Sometimes they're just very hard to locate these cars, and so you want to make sure to take these opportunities if you have the cash. Bonhams sold a 1967 Ferrari 412P for $30.2 million, which left observers wondering why it didn't get more bids. Typically, that type of vehicle would sell for more. RM Sotheby's offered a 1964 Ferrari 250 Le Mans on Saturday, which didn't sell, on a high bid of $17 million. They were expecting to earn $20 million for this vehicle, so it will return at another auction. Gooding & Company sold a 1962 Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase coupe, and it sold for $9.4 million. Overall, through Saturday, all auction companies, including Mecum, had a cumulative total of $396.7 million in sales. The auctions offered 1,225 vehicles and sold at 68% sell-through rate with an average price of about $474,000. That's less than the 2022 cumulative results for Monterey Car Week, which had a cumulative total of $472.8 million, somewhere around $72 million more, a higher sell-through rate of 78%, and an average sale rate of $591,000 on average per vehicle. That's a lot more than we had for this year. What does this mean? This means that a collector car market is off by about 10%. This means it's a great time to buy and a horrible time to sell a collector car. The biggest reason for this huge gathering is the 72nd Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Taking home the grand prize at the 2023 Pebble Beach show is a 1937 Mercedes-Benz 540K Special Roadster. The Best of Show winner is one of the 3 surviving examples, specifically a long-tail version and one with covered spare tire. The winner beat out all the finalists this year, which were pre-war, which means before World War II vehicles. It beat out a 1930 Mercedes-Benz 710 SS Special Roadster, a 1932 Alfa Romeo 8C23 Fagoni Cabriolet, and a 1939 Delahaye 165 Fagoni e Fallaggi Cabriolet. This also marks the 3rd straight year a 1930s Mercedes-Benz won Best of Show. Thousands turned out for the display full of amazing and prestigious vehicles. The cars are presented on Pebble Beach Golf Link's 17th and 18th fairways, just like an outdoor museum featuring 200 of the world's top collector cars. The announcement of the Best of Show marks the curtain call for the memorable week of roaring exotics and classic rides on the Monterey Peninsula. But there are so many other events that I didn't even get to, but one of my favorites surrounding Monterey Car Week is the Rolex Monterey Motorsports Reunion, a museum of revving life. It celebrates a motorsports history, yet this is not a car show. It's the only event this week where cars are on track racing. Hundreds of historic period-correct race cars and sports cars from nearly every era compete in the world's premier motoring event. Almost as exciting as the on-track activity is walking through the open paddock, seeing the motorsports history firsthand, and meeting some of the wonderful drivers. If you're considering attending next year's Monterey Car Week, the traditional events include Pebble Beach Tour d'Elegance, the Quail, a motorsports gathering, the Rolex Monterey Motorsports Reunion, and the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, plus all the other exciting auctions. There is so much to do. It is a very busy week, and if you love cars, add the third week of August in Northern California to your bucket list. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have any questions or comments, I'll be more than happy to answer. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description, plus all the links for our website, social media, the book, and the podcast. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.